we was on go live. I did not go live.
Oh my gosh.
So Facebook, we're live now. Okay. YouTube, we're live now. But I want to tell everybody, and we'll come back to what we were talking about. In the next week, you will have to view us on YouTube.
Okay.
Or you'll be able to use our app. Now, you can use our app right now. But I found out that it would be beneficial for us and for anyone else that's listening. Facebook does not pay you.
Oh.
They don't pay you. But YouTube, they pay you.
Oh, okay.
So
for the amount of viewers.
And we have a lot of viewers.
We do.
Yeah. So we need y'all to go to Facebook. Go to YouTube. But we're gonna do it where they can come to Facebook, hit the link, and it'll take them to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that starting next week.
That'll be good.
Yeah. Because I'm like, why are we on Facebook when we could be getting paid from YouTube? I'm like, we got to get this money. We need some help. And the reason why we need some help, y'all, is because everything we do is absolutely free.
That's true.
And we're getting ready for Remember the Veterans. It's coming up. It's going to be, Memorial Day weekend? Remember the Veterans. And we always going to be in the park. So we'll be in McFarland Park here in Florence, Alabama. Listen, and Dothan, get ready. We are on our way. We got some things that we have planned for Dothan, and we are excited about that as well. But, it's amazing. I just don't have, it's just so much going on, Mona.
It really is. I was telling you about the girl.
Yeah, what's up?
Because she was 20 years old.
Yeah, start over, Mona, because that's when I had got the text and say, y'all want to come on? And I'm like, we already. Wow. They said, y'all want to come on live so we can see you? They were trying to see what kind of wig you had on today.
That's what it was.
Yeah. You got your wavy.
Got my little wet and wild.
Yeah, wet and wavy. That's it. Yeah. Did you have that on yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Mona, you were late for the funeral.
No, look, I was there.
I'm gonna talk about that too. Because I just got me and you gonna.
I was not late.
We're gonna have a conversation.
I wasn't that late.
When are you gonna stop being just late?
I came in. I was talking to the
hostess, the greeters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a good excuse. But go on, tell your story, Mona. We'll come back.
Well, I had been seeing this girl's mugshot posted on social media, on Facebook. And I was like, what did she do? It was like charges, probably about 10 charges. But they said she went on a little rampage and was hitting people, killed 2 people. Now, this girl, 20 years old. And they got videos of, I know, at least 10 police officers on this girl trying. I don't know if she was resisting arrest or trying to fight them, but they were just on her. Like, I don't know. I don't even think she's going to remember what happened.
Wow.
I don't know the backstory about it, but I guess as we get on into the week, they're going to tell what happened or why she was on that rampage. And she had a baby in the car.
Well, you see all these people online. We've seen a lot of videos of people going to car dealerships and getting denied credit. And then they ramshacking the car dealership.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Fighting and running over people and all that. I'm like, wow.
Because they couldn't get a car.
Mm-hmm. But what about the woman that ran up in Cracker Barrel? They didn't have her food. They must have had her food ready.
My understanding was with that is it was a person parked in that parking spot. Mm-hmm. And the person came up behind her and pushed her car into the thing. So I don't know if it was an elderly person or, a lot of people have been having strokes and heart attacks on the road and stuff.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a lot going on. And I don't think people recognize that it is a lot going on.
It's very noticeable.
The devil said it, what he's doing. And here's what people keep on, all the scholars and all your theologians. I don't understand. Why don't y'all explain this in Bible class? That God suggested to the devil, have you tried my servant Job?
Okay. Because God knew that Job wouldn't.
God said,
turn his back up.
Well, he don't know that the choir president won't do it. Yeah, he don't know it, that the pastor won't do it, the preacher won't do it.
Job was really faithful.
Oh, no. So,
I mean,
Mona,
I am too, but
so out of everything you've been through, you trying to say that God can't count on you.
God can count on me.
Okay, then. So he can suggest to the devil.
Yeah.
Have you tried
and
Mona?
he done tried me several times. Every day. Good God. He tried.
Hey, have you tried by serving Mona? I mean, so people are not getting this. People are like, well, God summons the angels. And when he summons the angels, he asked the devil what the devil showed up because he was a what? Angel. Fallen angel.
Fallen angel.
And he said, have you tried my servant Job? This is your Sunday sermon for those of you that didn't make it to church yesterday. So
get ready.
Yeah, get ready. So you got to understand that the devil has been given the authority to do what he's doing. Because the devil can't do nothing that God don't allow him to do.
That's true.
And that's why I was in yesterday at the funeral. I couldn't understand why some people came to the funeral to be negative, and somebody talking about how dark it was in the church and all. I mean,
heard somebody
just being
got
negative.
some negative
Yeah,
feedback.
just being negative already. And to my, you got a flashlight?
Oh my goodness. You heard that?
Come on now. And I tell people all the time, quit running your mouth, quit talking negative, because the people around you, and here you are supposed to be a leader. Here you are supposed to be a pillar. Here you are supposed to be a positive person. Right. And every opportunity you get, you taking a stab at the church.
That's crazy.
Why take a stab at the church if you don't like the church? You don't want to be at the church. You don't like the people at the church. Don't come to the church. But keep your mouth off the church. There you go. Why do people do that? Because the devil is on them and they're running their mouth.
So like when the devil be on them, they just got to fight it, right?
Yeah, because the Bible says resist the devil and he'll flee. And one thing about the Holy Spirit, you know well as I know, when we get ready to do something wrong, it ain't the Holy Spirit don't disappear. They let you. The Holy Spirit lets you know.
Yeah, give you them little warnings and stuff, but you
know
ignore
that ain't
that.
right. You know that ain't right.
And you know it.
You see, just like whoever sitting in church, the Holy Spirit told you shut your mouth, and you still say it.
Well, I gotta say it.
I still listen and made a little joke out of it, being negative. For what reason? But then you say, one thing I know, I am a child of God. How do you know it? Because you should know a tree by the fruit that it bears. And so people need to understand that the devil has been given authority to go here and from, but it's up to you if you let the devil ride.
To stop you
Come on
from
now,
doing
because
what
you
God
resist the
has.
devil and he will flee. Now, I said all that to say, the young man that went up and robbed the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I had a chance to talk to the girl up there at the bank.
Oh.
Man, that wasn't nothing but the power of God protecting her,
right,
and the rest of the people in there.
Because he didn't hurt nobody at the bank, right?
Let me tell you now. I'm telling y'all, I didn't talk to the girl.
Okay.
Now he went in her office and had a seat and closed the door.
No.
Had a whole talk with her.
Did she know what he was doing at first?
Hey, she didn't know nothing. You know, when you go, she just being who she is. I mean, here's the thing I'm trying to tell you. You better watch how you treat people, because that was a prime example of treating people how you want to be treated, and it'll save your life. You keep on thinking that you're hurting folks, you're setting yourself up. When you're being nasty to people, you're setting yourself up. That young lady was very nice to this man.
Mm-hmm.
This man was very upset, and she sat there and had a whole conversation with him.
So he was mad about the bank or something, or was he mad about life?
He mad about life. He talking about how his folks done messed everything up.
Oh man,
his people, and he wanted to take his people out.
Really?
Oh, okay then. and talked to her and said she was the only person being nice to him.
Really?
Man, come on.
Oh, wow.
Now, what if she had been like the folks in church yesterday, running her freaking mouth, being negative and everything out your mouth negative? You better watch your mouth and better watch who you talking to, because that could determine life or death. If she had been nasty and treating that man, judging that man based on what he looks like,
he probably would have started in there.
Come on now. You better help me now. And look, and then she said she could see the gun.
No.
Oh my God. Now, I ain't telling you what I heard. I'd had this whole conversation.
Okay, so I heard somebody say that they just let him walk out of the bank.
Okay, look, he want to know. Now you be gossiping. Girl, let me tell you. This girl was so favored by God. And I hope I hope you listening, people that need to hear this. Quit treating people bad and quit talking bad about people. You don't know people's mental status. You do not know people's mental status.
That's horrible.
I'm telling you.
That's so horrible.
Be nice to people. It could be your life or it could be your last death.
I know. And that's why I tell people you need to start smiling, because
be nice to people. Oh my God. Now I'm used to go back to the church.
Okay.
What if somebody was in the church yesterday that really loved their church and was having a psychotic episode,
right?
And was going through paranoid schizophrenic, and they heard you say, "Oh, it's too dark in here. Give me a flashlight." And they were already feeling like people already mistreating them, and they snapped out on you and grabbed you around your neck and choked you to death.
Mm-mm.
You better, I'm telling you now. And it made people
snap. People will snap in a minute.
Man, that dude snapped. And when he snapped, the power of the Holy Spirit hit that young lady. That young lady began to talk to that man. And man walked around the office. She began to talk to the man. The man told the man told her what to do. She said, well, let me go on back there and do it.
Okay.
He let her walk to the back.
And
he saw her put the code in the door.
Right.
That one number, God. God will keep you he'll keep you in some situation. He'll keep you in all situations. But God touched that man's heart that he did not harm that young lady.
Right.
Allowed her to walk behind the door, lock herself in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And at that moment, she texts people and calling folks, letting them know we're being robbed.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on now. And then go and tell the other girl.
Her act of kindness.
Her act of kindness. And I'll go tell the other girl, hey, give him what he wants. Pull the right. And they got a procedure that they know what they need to do.
Right.
In case of what. And
so I wonder, do they have that little panic button?
Yeah, they got that button. You better believe me. You got that button done.
Oh, my goodness. So the police let him walk out so that the civilians won't be hurt or nothing like that.
So now I'm just telling you now what I heard. So what happened is he walked out the bank, and when he walked out the bank, the sheriff was already out there.
Right.
The man walked to his car.
He saw the sheriff. And walked to his car. Very kindly. He was not panicking. He was not erratic. He was not schizophrenic. Like nothing ever happened.
He had the peace of God. God had covered that bank. That man wanted to kill them folks in that bank, but because of the presence of God on that girl's life, she was able to calm that man down. And he took the money, Mona.
Okay.
And the people that he wanted to kill, he said, God bless you. God bless you. And walked out the bank.
Lord have mercy.
You ain't going to tell me what God won't do. And then people around here being nasty to people. You better be good to people.
Lord. I mean, I know I saw on the videos, people going to record. A lot of people was in their cars eating lunch.
Mona.
And they showed the sheriff with the rifle and stuff like that. It was just horrible.
Mona, what was funny is they said, now this is funny. Said one was still in the bank afterwards and say, now do y'all think y'all can help me?
Oh my goodness.
After it was all over with, she said, do y'all think y'all can help me now?
They're going to have to start putting bulletproof windows up because people are needing money. And that's what I when I was talking about this story after it happened, I was like, you don't know what happened to that young man to make him snap like that. Man, he could have gotten fired.
People
need money.
Understand the devil wants your mind. That's all he wants. He wants your mind. Because if he control your mind, he got you.
Well, they say he's the author of confusion.
Oh my goodness!
So
he wants your mind. So I keep telling people, and quit blaming other folks. Now you can't blame nobody else. The devil wants your mind. It's up to you.
Whether you let him have it or not.
I mean,
and I guess he got into a whole bunch of people's mind. The young man that you was talking about, how old was he? 15?
14.
14. Well, we'll finish this story first. We ain't gonna scatter.
I know, Mona, but because I was just, Mona, I'm telling you, that was just, I mean.
So they let him leave the bank.
The man walked out of the bank. But this part got me. I got chills when the man objective was he was gonna kill everybody.
So that's what he wanted to do.
He wanted to kill everybody in the bank, except the young lady. Because she was kind to him. She recognized him as a human being and she allowed him to talk to her.
So because she talked to him in a kind manner and calmed him down and stuff, he decided not to kill anybody in the bank.
Because the love of Christ was on that child's life and she goes to church.
Now, this ain't the pregnant one, is it?
She knows the word of God.
That's not the pregnant one, right?
Mona, I ain't telling folk business, but no. God damn, Mona. Yeah,
I'm just asking. That's my friend.
I ain't gonna be the pregnant woman and the woman that had the baby.
I don't have
that ain't your friend. That's how I know she ain't your friend. You know
she
that.
My friend at the bank.
Oh, okay. Then I didn't say you ain't your friend because you're your friend.
She my friend at the bank.
Anyway, like I was saying, why Mona over there talking about her friend, don't even know the good had the baby already. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You so late.
She's friendly. That's why I thought it was her. So late. She's super friendly.
You so late about her having the baby. She'll be back at work on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Damn, Mona, you late. The baby about 2 months old. That's 3 months old. But y'all, listen. It's important that y'all hear me. Stop treating people bad.
Yeah.
Stop talking to people crazy.
Because that's all people do. And you gotta
people snapping, man.
When people talk to you in that manner, you gotta be like, okay.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna just walk away because you don't know what that person might be holding.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all better quit talking crazy about these preachers too. Because look, preachers are people too now. You keep your mouth off the preachers. Because see, you're gonna be upset when they snap out. People don't understand. Listen, if you do research and look at what it's saying, how many pastors or how many preachers commit suicide every year?
They got a lot on them. They got their life and everybody else
snapping out.
And then you got these different attitudes that you have to deal with. People, just crazy stuff.
Listen.
Okay.
But Mona, so the man walked out the bank.
He walked out the bank.
Got in the car.
When did he shoot the police officer?
When they got off campus. When they got off campus,
they was in a shootout on the road.
Won't God do it? Because he could have had a shootout right there.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
And it could have been more. So they laid out the spikes on the road to stop him. And he crashed into a car. That's when the off-duty firefighter came over to try to help him. Didn't she get shot too?
Now, Mona, I don't know all that. Now you got it right there. I didn't get all that. I just got the story. I just got what happened in the bank.
I'm thinking the firefighter got shot too, but the police got airlifted, and the other person got sent to NAMC. So that's what I read, allegedly. And the robber, they unalived him.
So anybody still alive?
Them the only 3 that got hurt, from my understanding, allegedly. Those are the only 3 that got hurt in that story.
Well, Mona.
Then the next day.
What happened?
Or was it later on that day at the hotel? The child. It was either later on that day or the next day.
I'm trying to tell y'all gonna hear me. Now, watch this, and I'm gonna give you this as well. And I'm gonna tell y'all, and I know my numbers are not off. Okay. Hit nearly 1 in 5 Protestant senior pastors in the United States reportedly contemplate suicide.
That's deep.
Mental health challenges. 70% of pastors constantly fight depression.
Okay. So, with that being said, is there anywhere in the Bible? And I know it probably is.
You don't go to Bible class, and now you won't have Bible class on there.
I was raised in Bible class.
It ain't did you no good now.
My memory
you don't go no more.
My memory be
You don't go no more. You ain't go no more.
I'm starting to.
Okay.
My memory
I heard that about 4, 5, 6 months.
I am. I'm working on myself. I'm getting better. If my memory served me right, isn't it somewhere in the Bible that says that's against suicide, right?
Do what, Mona?
What is said about suicide in the Bible?
Mona.
Yes.
What is said about suicide in the Bible?
Yes.
Thou should not kill.
I understand that, but
oh my goodness.
It's nowhere in the Bible that said that suicide is unforgivable.
How can you ask for forgiveness if you suicide?
I'm just asking a question. Because right after you do it, you're going to have a time. It depends on how you do it. You're going to have a little moment to be like, okay, I repent.
How can you ask for forgiveness if
that's what I'm saying?
Commit suicide.
Okay, if you say, for instance, hang yourself, you got that little time frame.
Okay, you got that time frame, but Mona, we can't get it. We don't know what them folks doing on that time frame.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
But if they ask for it, they forgiven.
Okay, or right after, right while they pull it, they could be like, "Forgive me." I don't know.
This is the way I look at it too, though. It's a scripture in the Bible, in the book of Psalms, I think, and it says that God is closer to the brokenhearted, and it saves those who are crushed in spirit.
Okay.
So, you have to look at it. Psalms 34:18.
So it's nowhere directly in the Bible that says suicide is unforgivable.
How can you ask for forgiveness, Mona?
Before you do it.
Before you do it.
Before you do it.
But you committed the act.
I know, but you said.
So here's the thing. If you shoot yourself in the head, you ain't ask yourself, and you instantly die. You didn't ask for forgiveness. You didn't.
You can ask for forgiveness for thinking that or for wanting to do it.
But then you try and do it.
You have no control.
So you did it, though.
The devil made me do it. That's
okay, so you ain't no chance to ask for forgiveness.
Well, I'm just, it's not a laughing matter, but it's just the fact that, a lot of people sit around here acting like they know the Bible and they say stuff like that. Believe me, yes, I was raised in the church. I've been to the church and I learned a lot, but it's a lot of stuff I forget. And it's not because I want to, it's because of other reasons. But
Mona, here's the biggest thing that we have to remember. Okay. And this is very important. God's grace and his forgiving power is unimaginable to us. We can't even imagine. I can't even imagine how, for those of us that believe in the Bible and believe in Jesus Christ, and we believe that he hung on that cross and how they whooped him and how they mistreated him and how they speared him in his side. And then he still said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And then look at God's love for us and look at how his forgiving power. He loved us so much that he gave the best thing that he had. He didn't even send a substitute. He sent his son. So I tell people, why not trust a man that gave you the best gift that he had? And in whatever situation you in, he can fix it. Now, go get you some help. Quit talking about, I'm just going to pray about it. Go get you some help. because you can be chemically imbalanced and don't even know it. I done seen folks take medicine for a simple tooth problem, and it put them off their rocker. I worked in the psych unit. I have seen people carry the Bible up under their arm. Matter of fact, one of my good friends, and he snapped out, and it was just like, and he was in the psych ward, and we had to be in the psych ward. You the nurse in the psych ward.
You see that a lot.
And he snapped out, and he is talking to me one minute. He know me. The next minute, he talking about Jesus walking on the water and we being the disciples. And you have to come back and say, man, it is a heartbreaking experience, but get yourself some help.
Yes. I know a lot of people that's, like that, and they carry a Bible. Like you said, they have that Bible with them at all times.
And this young man that came to the bank, he said the world was coming to the end. He said that the devil is lurking. And he said it best. Y'all better quit. I'm telling you all, and everybody that think y'all quit talking about folks. You don't know folks' mental status.
And
you don't know their mental state.
Good God.
You have seen in Florence, Alabama, in the last couple of weeks, death on a whole nother level. And I'm going to tell you something.
Violence.
Just because you got $2, that don't make you immune to nothing. And I said it yesterday, and I said it again. Be careful how you treat people that you don't think have nothing. Because the Bible says you could be entertaining angel. And the Bible says, what you do unto the least of them, you do it unto me. And I find it strange that pastors and people in church and people that say they believe in God, how can you believe in God and then you won't forgive folks and won't even talk to them? I don't care if somebody hurt your feelings, but you still got to forgive people.
You should.
You got to forgive them. You got to forgive them. And when you forgive folks, ain't no such thing as I forgive you, ain't gonna deal with you. No, I forgive you. And
And if you righteously mean it, and you feel so much better, load off of you. Because when you holding something against somebody or you hate somebody, you feel empty inside. It's like a black hole for real. I've been there and done that. I had to ask God to lift that off of me. And I had to go to that person and ask them to forgive me for hating them. I know it sounds crazy, but I did. Because, but I told this person, hey, if things don't work, you need to just go on because I'm going to end up hating you. And I ain't never been like that towards anybody. And I don't know what it was or why it was like that, but it was. And they thought I was crazy, and I ended up not liking that person at all. But it made me feel bad. It probably didn't even hurt them, but it made me feel bad.
You know what made me feel bad, Mona?
What's that?
When I want to not deal with folks.
Then you have to.
And I still have to.
Well.
Because, people will have you to a point where you don't want to deal with them. But because of the love of Christ. And because you want to do what God say do. And you want to be pleased. You want to be pleasing to God.
Right. You have to.
The human side of you get upset about it. But the spiritual side say, I got to do what God say do.
Yeah, it is a difference. Oh, Lord.
Then you look at folks and it's just like when I talk to people and I know, you didn't talk bad about me. And I still got to be nice to you.
Well, I know your mouth, so I know you talk. I know you told him
Now, Mona, you got to tell folks the truth.
You should.
You got to tell them, man, listen, I don't.
And when you tell them that, they look shocked.
Yeah, like, then they get mad at you. What you mad for? You shut your mouth.
But what about people that done crazy stuff towards you or to you or whatever, however you want to say it, and then they know, but then they come and ask you, why come you don't like me? See, I ain't no pastor. So, but I do try to do right towards people. I really do. Even people that has done wrong towards me, I still try to do right towards them.
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You got to do what you got to do, but it's hard. It ain't like it's easy. Something you could just, oh, I'm a Christian. So
You gotta do what you gotta do.
it ain't like that. It takes some time for me.
You gotta do what you gotta do. So Mona, that's a whole conversation right there, because I keep telling people, man, y'all better do research. People are going through. Okay, people are going through.
It's hard. Times are so hard,
and people not looking at it. And then people like, well, even now, this is preachers, 70%, 71%. I mean, 80% of pastors believe that their ministries have negatively affected their families.
Their families?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're pastors?
Yep. And then between 1,000 to 1,500 pastors leave the ministry permanently each month.
Really? So how do it affect their family? Because
you always got to give out to other people, and your family got to sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your family had to sacrifice. I mean,
because something's always going on. So you either have to officiate a wedding, do a funeral, or you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go talk to somebody, visit the sick and shelter but could the family not do it with you? Or that's just something you got to do by yourself?
You got to do it by yourself. Okay. But even when you want to go somewhere, you can't.
Well, I mean, that's what a pastor signed up to be, right?
No, he chosen.
Well, you know what I mean. If you want to do right, if you want to do what God called you to do, you just got to thug it out. And I know it's rough because, I mean, me not being a pastor, and I sit and talk to people and they put all this on me, and I'll be like, God, I don't know how y'all do it.
You got to be chosen. Because if you ain't called, I said this in church yesterday. I said it again on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Quit talking about, oh, I don't like the pastor. The pastor don't like you. But when you call to do something,
mm-hmm.
you got to do it in spite of. You can't even. It ain't about you.
And see, it's hard for other people to understand that. I feel like it's hard for regular people to understand that, even the people in the church.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's got to be tough. And I hear a lot of pastors saying, "This ain't what I chose to do. I was chosen."
Yeah. And a lot of people run from it for a long time, because I watched my daddy get his feelings hurt. I watched my mom want to fight the people in the church. I watched me get mad with the folks in the church. I watched my sister get right with the people in the church.
Right.
Because we seen all of this. So when I knew I was going to be a pastor, I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna stay on the organ. I'm gonna keep on playing the organ. That's what I'm gonna do. Because on the organ, all you do is listen to the gospel and choir. And they tell you about everything going on in church.
Right.
I ain't got to deal with none of that. I ain't got nothing to do with me. I had made up my mind. No, I'm not doing that. Because I didn't want to deal with the hurt and the disappointment. But guess what? When God called you, I love doing what I do. I mean, even when I'm and I could be sick, but when I preach, I feel better. And I don't mind helping people. But you do get a moment where you like, I don't want to deal with these folks, but God said, who are you? I still deal with you.
So that's where the spiritual healing come in at.
Yeah. He said, I don't want to deal with you, but hey, I deal with you. Yeah, I love you so much, and you ain't hitting on nothing. And he said, I love you, and I gave you my son. So who are you? I mean, so, you know.
It's rough out here. It really is. You was talking about the story of the young man.
Which one?
At the apartment complex.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. That's just sad. I keep telling parents, get your children to church. I don't care. Y'all make them go to school. Why you can't make them go to church? JB, and like yesterday, JB was at that funeral with you because he need to realize one day if you don't get your life right, you're gonna check up out of here.
That's true.
We make excuses for everything. Everything. I mean, we let children watch men kissing men on TV, women kissing women. We let them watch all kinds of stuff. They doing all kinds of stuff at school under the bleachers, and then we give them a pass on going to church. And then you won't know why.
You're right about that.
Then you won't know why stuff is so crazy. It's because
the kids.
You're
not making them. I mean,
you're not making them do a thing. Because one thing about us, and we know this for sure, when we were growing up, our folks used to say they would beat the brakes up.
You had no other choice but to go to church. Well,
no
I did. I asked my parents that, why am I the only one that had to go to church? My younger brother didn't have to go to church.
Not at all.
He did not have to go to church, and I didn't understand that.
Hey, but guess what? You glad they made you go?
I am.
Because if you didn't have no church and you, no Jesus in you.
Oh, my God.
I can't even talk on that.
First 48.
Well,
but I'm thankful that I'm not. All those young men, I don't think none of them was from Florence though. That was involved in that that incident that happened with those young men. That story is very confusing right now. I'm not understanding what's going on with that. I read it several times and I still don't. The way they wrote it up was that they had prepared to rob someone. And it didn't go as planned, I guess. But that guy was the only one that ended up getting shot and killed. Mm-hmm. And they said one of the young men allegedly had a scholarship to Yale.
What?
That was what I heard. I don't know how true it was. That's why I said allegedly. They said one of the young men they said they were really talented kids.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Mona.
And that little boy was the only one that got unalived. And the other ones, they picked up, I think, about 2 of them.
So they went to rob somebody?
Now you got to read the story and you tell me what you think of it after you read it. But when I read it, it was like they prepared to rob someone.
And then somebody over prepared to rob them.
I don't know if the person who they was preparing to rob shot the boy or the ones that was with him, because they picked up the ones that was with him for murder. So I don't know.
Wow. Well, there you go. We started off saying the devil.
The devil is, what is he? The author of confusion.
He's seeking whom he can devour. And here y'all out here talking about the church dog, when you need to be talking about Jesus as the light.
Or I'm glad I'm not the one up there.
I'm telling you, you got to.
That the light is on.
Come on, man.
I mean, people they got to find something to complain about.
Yeah. And then here's what I find funny, and I know some people out here can attest to this. It's amazing how people talk about stuff, then they'll turn around and do exactly what they were just talking about.
I've seen that happen.
and then they'll go to. I use prime example. Okay. I use me for example. In 1990, and let me see, in 2000, and I think it was 25.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2009. I built a church.
Okay.
I built a church in Grenada, Mississippi. When I built this church, first of all, people dogged me out because I built the church with my money. And
so they didn't like the fact that you built the church with your money?
Yeah. And they were thinking that, hey, he taking, everybody got to be taking something. How I'm going to take something and ain't have no members. So, then my members didn't have money. Then once we started, so I built the church. Bottom line, I built the church, and when I built the church, I put screens up on the wall. You know how you had the projectors on the wall? Mm-hmm. I had the projectors shooting the videos up on the wall. And now, keep in mind, this is 2009, I think, right. 2008, 2009. And I put lights. I put the different color lights up, the LED lights, and the front stage was like production, had lights and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And and you'll be surprised of the people in the community that were talking. It was the pastors
talking negative
that was talking, saying this boy got that place looking like a club. It looked like a nightclub or something up in there.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, this is coming from pastors. Not and they're saying this to people, and people are listening, and people are coming back telling me about it. And then I invite the preachers to come preach. And I'm just like, wow. And then when they come in, it was like, wow, this is nice.
Right.
But I got it looking like the club.
So they said that before they actually saw it.
Exactly.
They just knew what the people were saying. Oh, he got lights up in there. Yeah. People will talk and they don't know nothing about what's going on.
And when they came in and actually seen how it was set up, Mona, it wasn't 3 months later.
Theirs was like that.
I go back to all the full church. And all of them got, and I go back now. I was at one church. They got mad because I put a TV in the hall when you first walk into the church. Okay. And it says, welcome. And it had the name of the church. And it had stuff flipping about what we were doing. Mm. All the people got mad about that. They got mad about it. I went back to this church a couple months ago for a funeral.
Had the same
and
thing.
I'm about to, I be, if they don't have a TV right in the hall. And I said, surely they ain't got it doing nothing. It was off because they didn't know how to do it. And then got TVs up in the sanctuary. Oh, wow. I said, and people don't understand that when you're a forward thinker, when God gives the vision to the pastor, he just asks the members to catch on, follow the vision. But we have churches where people want to be in control and not want to follow. And you hurting yourself. Now you could go over any church here in this area that's major production. You go to any of our white churches, our brothers and sisters, our white brothers and sister churches, and boy, they got a whole production team.
We got a good sound
system.
Oh
my goodness. When them lights come down, whoop, it get dark in there, and that stage light up. You like, man, oh my God. They got them LED backgrounds going on. You like, man, this is what?
I saw one of them.
Oh my goodness. But again, you catch it and people just drag you. And you're like, why? Why do we do this to each other when we got so much other things positive that we could be doing?
A lot of people don't like change. They don't like new things or should I say different. They think it's not of God or whatever. Now, them folks up in the church singing with them, where your faith at?
Man, I get the concept though.
I understand you trying
because I said yesterday, and this is just me. I said yesterday, the music was playing and we were jamming. I'm talking about jamming, and some folks I seen the folks do the line dance to where them fans at, and I seen them do all that. But then in church they want to be stiff. Why?
So
why is it that we get to church you want to be stiff?
So they get loose on the other songs and then get to church and
you need to give God
the
some
choir
praise.
rock.
Yeah, give God praise and let it go and just enjoy yourself. That's what you need to we gotta let people know church is a place where we ought to be free and be able to worship God in truth and in spirit. We ought to be able to dance. We ought to be able to shout. We ought to be able to run. We ought to be able to scream. But most of all, you got to know why you're doing it.
Right. But that goes back to saying how people are so used to the certain things being a certain way. When it's changed, it's like, okay, I'm not getting into that. That's too much.
They doing too much. But let life hit you hard and God bring you out of some stuff. You can tell when folk going through stuff and coming out.
Yeah, you can. And this is off subject, but since you're here.
You always off subject. But let me tell you what somebody just said to us, Mona.
Okay.
And they said this. They said, if you are with someone committing a crime together and one of you are killed during the crime, you are co-defendant You say your co-defendant is one charge with your murder, not the one who actually did the killing. Wow. And the way it reads, the one being charged with the murder and the one that was killed were together to rob someone else, allegedly.
Okay. So the guy that was with him killed him.
Let's just put it right here. No. Me, you, and Tamika.
Okay. We went to rob somebody.
We gonna take their food.
Okay.
Because y'all like to eat.
We do.
So we, in the process of taking the food, they shoot me.
We shoot you.
No. The person we tried to rob shoot me.
They shoot you. Yeah. Okay.
Now you and Tamika charged with my murder.
We run.
Y'all charged with my murder. Exactly. Because y'all went to rob. We went to rob the other man. The other man did self-defense.
That ain't right.
Why not? That man had the right to defend himself.
No, it ain't right to charge the other people with murder, robbery, attempted robbery. Yes.
Then your mama,
murder. No.
Then your mom and daddy tell you better watch who you hang with.
Yes, and I know a similar case like that, and I think it was so wrong, but they don't do them officers like that. When they go and kill a person, a black person, they don't get charged with guilt by association. Half of them don't. The only case I saw that they do that with is Floyd. Was it Floyd? George Floyd. I was going to say Floyd Mayweather. George Floyd. And they letting some of them out early. So I don't know. It's just crazy. Then the dude got off of the Steve Perkins trial.
You already knew that. Come on, man. Y'all already knew that guy was going to get off,
I told Tamika, I said, I ain't even waiting until tomorrow because I already know they're going to get him off.
Come on. Y'all already knew that man's going to get off.
But that's crazy.
You're not shocked
They got video and stuff. I'm not shocked.
You're not shocked by that.
Because I expected them to do that.
Well, y'all know what? Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I'm going to take this break and come back because I got to talk about Donald Trump.
We were on a roll. We was doing good. And now you finna, okay. Let's take a break.
You know, I got to come back and talk about Donald Trump, man. You know, Donald Trump is the man. And he really trying to become the man. And you know, he said that once he's president, there will be no more elections.
That's what he said.
And I'm going to tell you how he plans to do this.
Okay.
Now, Mona, that's the one. How does he plan to do this? And you would be surprised.
Probably not.
Donald Trump got a team. When I tell you he got a team, he has a team working for him. And these folks are not playing with y'all. And we are so busy talking about how dark the church is.
We're not even focusing on what's really going on.
Exactly, what's really going on. So, listen, I will be back. You tune in to the lunchtime hour with the old school preacher.
And the choir president.
And we'll be right back after this.
This is the sound of Dennis
There's one dance. You ready? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Give me one time. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Let your body move. Cowboys and cowgirls are feeling the groove. Sipping on moonshine, fire barrel rolling. I'ma get behind that thing, girl, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold boots on the ground. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got my boots on the ground. Wait a minute, let me do that one more time for the one who ain't hear me. Listen, boots on the ground, kicking the some dust. Boots on the ground, kicking the some dust. Wait a minute now, where the fans at? Where the fans at? Where the fans at? Hit me one time, hit me two times. Oh, I got my boots on the ground. Oh, yeah. I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know I don't mind. Yes, sir. Boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Where the fans at? Where the fans at?
.105.1.
The music muscle of the show.
And V105.9.
The vibe.
What do you think about that one?
That
I
was
was going to
a
say, what you think
mashup.
about that one, Tamika texting me. So I'm like, what do you think about that one, Tamika? What do you think about that, Baltimore?
I don't know.
I ain't like
It
that,
was a
Baltimore.
mashup.
I didn't like
I
that,
didn't
Baltimore.
like the what was that? The friend of mine, was that friend of mine's music?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Some of the mashups be okay. That one was kind of everywhere. Was it not everywhere?
Yeah, I didn't
it
like
was
that.
kind of. I don't know. It might be good for some people.
Listen, I don't like that one either.
You don't like
I
that
don't
one?
like y'all. Some stuff you just don't even need to.
Mm-mm. Now
try to
some of
read
it they put in there. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
didn't. I mean, I'm just like, I'm a mixologist, so I can hear it. You know, music,
Some of it
you know,
go
just
and
can't-
some of it don't.
don't like it. But anyway, Mona,
City Friday night. Oh, going down.
I don't care what y'all say. That's church music.
That right there.
All love church music.
City Friday night. This Friday night. It's going down.
It's all church music. I mean, you see how people put in church. They change the lyrics and put in church lyrics.
Yeah.
Because you can. It's basically the same key changes and everything.
We was talking about that song "Who Can I Run To." by Escape.
Oh yeah.
That was a gospel song, and they changed it to
I'm telling you,
R&B
man.
song.
Look at that. Y'all, man, come on. Listen, April the 13th.
April the 13th is going down.
Man, April the 13th, y'all got to make sure y'all get your tickets, man. Get your tickets right now. Hey, listen, Mona, I know you got some stuff that you need to go over off your sheet because you keep on looking down at it. So I'm going to let you do your thing.
Hey, y'all, mark your calendars for
She
April
sounds
the 13th.
Hey, y'all, she sounds so excited about it, yeah.
I am. I want to meet Jitter. Jitter Jones, LJ, Tasha Mack, and El Jamal are all coming to town for the Southern Soul Concert and Motorcycle Roundup. It will be held Sunday, April the 13th at 5 p.m. Get your bikes and your dancing shoes ready for a night of good vibes, great music, and nonstop fun. Whether you're riding, dancing, or just vibing, you don't want to miss this. The Clarion Inn in Sheffield. So you guys come on out. Don't forget to go to YouTube, like and subscribe. Well, find Knox Media Group first. Like and subscribe. Leave your email in the comment of the last live, and that will qualify you to be in the drawing to win this car. Yes, a car. So you guys go to YouTube and don't forget to leave your email. If you don't leave your email, we're not going to know how to contact you. All right. Your Life Remembered. Call Your Life Remember for all your printing needs. You dream it, we make it. Obituary, business cards, backdrops, 3D t-shirts, cups, hats, graduation stoles, blankets, and embroidery. You dream it, we make it. Call 256-367-0887. You can also call Your Life Remembered for the 360 booth. If you want to make your next gathering unforgettable, rent this 360 booth. Call Your Life. Remember, 256-367-0887 to book your 360 booth. And don't let me forget the tuxedo rental. If you want to look all fine and dapper in your tuxedo, call Your Life. Remember, we have tuxedo and accessories waiting for you.
Way to go, way to go, way to go, Mona B.
I forgot one.
Reading off your sheet. I know it's too
I
good
like
to be
to
true.
think I can't
It-
remember this.
It was too good to be true. Let me take that back.
Well, I did do a good job, but I just forgot one.
I need to go. Where your paper at?
Y'all get ready for the largest Easter egg hunt in the Wiregrass, Saturday, April the 12th from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Fort Novasol Festival Fields. They will have Gary Sinise and the Lieutenant Dan Band. So you guys come on out and see that. Easter Bunny photos, bouncy houses, a magician, games, and more. It's free and open to the public. Bring your whole family. Fort Novasol Spring Fest, April the 12th. Presented by Sam Boswell Automotive.
You ready,
For
Mona?
them fans. Ready for what? You finna sing again?
What I'm fancy. Where your paper at? Read off your sheet. Don't miss one announcement.
You're supposed to say beat.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway.
What have Donald Trump done?
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Well,
Listen. Kanye West.
oh my God. Kanye has been acting up bad.
He needs some
I've-
whooping.
Yeah. At first I was like, okay, he's just outspoken and he just got a lot to say, but he's saying some crazy stuff now, like agreeing with Hitler and the Nazis and all that kind of stuff, and then wearing the black KKK outfit. And I don't know.
And he got the
I'm not understanding his outbreak or whatever. He got what now?
What did we just talk about? Folks' mental state.
Yeah. And they've been talking about his mental state, but like I said, I always thought he was just a little bit outspoken, and maybe that's what's wrong. But now I don't know.
Well,
I'm thinking it's
listen,
kind of mental.
So he lost his mama, and when he lost his mama,
He lost.
he went
He
off.
lost it all.
He went off the rocker. When he lost his mother, his rocker went off. And
Well-
he has not been the same. But I'm gonna tell all you black men: anybody go deal with them Kardashians, once y'all leave them, y'all be crazy.
That's what they say. They say
And
they
you ain't
be
named not
crazy.
one that's been with a Kardashian that left that sane. Not one. Ray J crazy. The basketball players crazy.
What about that? What's his Bush?
Reggie Bush
Yeah.
crazy.
Is he crazy? Oh, okay. Well,
They ain't making, man.
okay. What about the dude?
You can go down the list.
The white dude that Kim was with last
I
time.
said any black
Black dudes.
person.
Well, Kanye, he's going through it. I know you heard about him talking about the kids, Jay-Z and Beyonce kids.
Was he wrong though?
I don't know. I hadn't seen them. They have been keeping the kids hidden, but he said that he think that the last one has one of the twins has Down syndrome or something, but he talked kind of bad about them kids, and I think you should leave the kids
Mama,
out
what
of
do you
it.
think about old folks still trying to have babies? Because they warn older people when you're trying to have these babies, and especially when you have these test tube babies.
Oh yeah,
You
in
got to be
vitro
careful,
and stuff
man.
like that.
Yeah, you got to be careful. And
Yeah.
that's and nobody, in all seriousness, people need to take heed to this. At a certain age, they tell you the risk of your child having some difficulties, characteristics or
Developing.
developments.
Mhm.
It said they are greater when you get older.
Yeah.
And then they said when you do them test tube babies,
Okay. Well, what about the 70-some-year-old lady that had a baby?
they say it's higher. They don't mean it happens to everybody.
But
though.
70-something years old?
She said she had to get it down. She got it down.
Mm-mm. Her body had to. Ooh, she had to
handled
be
it,
on
though.
bed rest.
She handled it. Didn't even die.
She didn't die.
All
And
right,
that's crazy. Because you got young people that.
But Mona, who got her pregnant?
That's what I want to know.
That's what you need to be asking. That's what you need to be asking. That's who we need to be talking
And
about.
is he old too?
Yeah, who got her pregnant?
Oh my God. I don't know.
I want to have a conversation, but I
With
think
the
the
lady.
conversation, we're going to have it at 7 at night.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to have a conversation. We're going to come on. We're going to have a special evening. And we're going to come on and talk about some stuff. Because I think a lot of people don't understand. I think men don't understand what happened to women as they get older. And women don't understand what happened to men as they get older.
I don't think so.
And I think, and because of that, you're having a lot of people to miss the mark. And
Meaning?
you're taking it personal. And you're thinking.
How do they miss the mark, though?
Because you're thinking that, prime example, people would say that you're oversexual.
Okay.
And then you meet a guy and you say, well, he's just not interested. Well, it could be age. You see what I'm saying?
I know that.
Age has a lot to
and
do
that
with
is
it.
something that people need to
And
talk about
men-
because it could be a misunderstanding.
Well,
you
yeah.
know,
Well, man, if you ran down the interstate a whole lot during your younger years, your car about to run out.
So I know
Yeah.
we're gonna save that for the 7 o'clock
yeah,
show.
yeah, but we'll talk
but
about that later
what
on.
I'm saying
Uh-huh.
is people do get that kind of tangled and twisted because you could have somebody that's highly
Yeah.
that way, and then you can meet somebody that's not so into that.
And Mona,
You know,
I'm telling y'all,
it can ruin
we'll talk about it,
relationships.
because we're gonna talk about that on our 7 o'clock show, so we can let y'all know.
What's gonna be the name of
It's
it?
gonna be the grown folks show.
The Grown Folks Show. Okay.
And if you don't want to hear what we gotta say, turn the radio off.
Exactly. And I feel that about a lot of things. If you know what to expect from a certain show,
Yeah.
why would you continue to watch it and just talk about it?
But what get me again, why you talking about the lights in the church? I mean, we need to be talking about sex in the church.
Yeah.
We need
That's
to be
true.
talking about sex. I'm talking about sex in the church. We need to be talking about that. We need to be telling kids about sex
They
in the
need
church.
to know.
We need to be telling married folk, just because you get married don't mean you can't have sex no more.
Well, yeah. That's topics that need to
Yeah,
be
no
told.
topic that need to be happening. You let all the single folk have all the sex. No, buddy. You got to talk about that. Those conversations need to be had. And we need to talk about credit in the church.
Most definitely
Talk about credit.
financial. Yes.
We need to talk about money in the church. And
All
just
that
'cause-
stuff. All that stuff you talk to people about in marriage counsel,
yeah,
that needs to be
you need to talk
talked about in church. I
Yeah,
feel
you need to
like
talk about it. And then
get people prepared.
Here's a $1 million question I wanted to ask you, and I wanted Tamika to be on here when I asked, but we know she gonna be back tomorrow,
Right.
and because today she wrapping up some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and we still praying for her and her family. So y'all see Tamika
Yes.
Tubbs, y'all let her know that y'all praying for her and her family.
Send her a virtual hug.
Yeah, send her a hug, show her some love on Facebook, okay? But Mona,
Mm-hmm.
what did you think about Marvin Sapp?
I couldn't wait to ask you that question.
I want to ask you what I said. I want to hear her answer.
We talked about it.
Yeah, I know, but I want to hear what, because I got to tell you now. What do you think about that?
Okay. True enough, we would listen to the Ricky Smiley show before we got on. But what he was saying is they didn't show the whole video. They only showed you what they wanted you to see.
Well, they always do
And
that.
sure enough, he said, close the door. I never heard him say lock the door.
Okay.
But the title of the story was he locked the people in the church. I don't think he locked them in there, but I feel like people felt obligated to give because he asked, but they felt some type of way about it.
Who felt? I don't think nobody felt no type of way.
So you think it was just social media?
I think it's the people that don't go to that church anyway.
So okay. So you think it was
It's
social
always
media
folks.
just got it out of
It's always folks
content?
that ain't got nothing to do with the folks in the church. They get on my nerves. Look.
I feel like
that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
Now, you see, you ain't being mean.
mhm.
There's 1,000 of you tonight.
Now, hold on. You see people that say he was upset, and I can see how he was looking. And he
was calm.
He ain't did no.
And he asked, and the Bible say you have not because you ask not. Yes.
And
Listen.
they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close.
Okay, so let everybody understand. Okay, because I'm about tired of other folks that don't even go to church talk.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, the money didn't go to him. He was at a conference, and he said people don't understand how much it costs to put these conferences on, which is true.
Right.
You go out there to that Marriott right now, and you want to use that room. That room out there gonna cost you at least $5,000.
Okay.
At least. You $5,000 from the door. When my church was there, oh my God, $8,000.
What?
So you gotta understand. I'm talking about you on Sunday, and we use it on Sunday and Wednesday.
Oh my goodness.
So you can imagine what it costs. Okay, then. So what he said was because people don't understand what goes on in church, they think it's free.
Yeah, and a lot of people have had their little comments on up under the thing talking about he locked them in. I didn't hear him say lock the door. He said close the door.
You heard him say close the door.
We all gonna leave together.
And look,
y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
I don't care what you say. We do this at our convention. When the preacher, when the president get up to raise the money, he tell the ushers close the door.
Okay.
Everybody, don't leave now. Don't leave out. Don't leave out now. Don't run out now.
You're free to leave.
Don't people free to leave. Everybody free to leave. You grown. You can get them going. You ain't, and then not on that, you ain't got to put none in.
Okay, so did you hear them say that people are pressing charges against him?
Yeah, that's fake news.
So that is fake news.
Yeah, that's fake news.
I hope so, because I don't think he held anybody hostage.
He didn't do anything.
And I don't feel, I mean, you can't get blood out of a turnip. If you don't have it, you just don't have it.
And then TMZ get on there talking about some, well, why he had to lock the doors or close the doors? Because he asked them to do it. In the black church and the African-American churches, we always tell our members, don't walk now. This is a sacred moment. Don't leave now. And he's telling people, hey, it's 1,000 of y'all in here. It's 1,000 of y'all online. If 1,000 of y'all online can send $20, he didn't lock them in. They was at home.
Right.
He didn't make them push a button. So if 1,000, I think people just jealous because you don't have 1,000 people at your church. Or you don't have 100 people at your church. So you're jealous because this man got 1,000 people online and he had 1,500 people in the building.
Right.
Automatic math. 1,000 online, send 20. That's $20,000. If 1,500 of the people in there give $20 a piece, that's $30,000.
So
then the preachers. Now this is what I tell everybody.
When he say give 100,
pastors already know. Whenever we go to a convention, whenever we go to a pastor anniversary, whenever we go anywhere, you're gonna be asked to give at least $100.
Okay.
You sit high, you pay high.
Okay.
You want to be big time, you pay big time. But you can't play big and let little choke the daylight out of you. Do you want to act like y'all that? You're going to pay for it. And everybody know that. That's why people tell people, don't run up there on that stage. You ever been to a convention and people be sitting on the stage? If you don't run up there now, that's that. When you sit up there, they're going to say, give me $500. Give me $1,000. I was at a convention one time, the president said, Knox, bring me $100 up here. Matter of fact, give me $2. What you gonna do in front of all them people? You gonna look like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
you on there trying to play big. You're like, oh Lord, you're choking the daylight out of me. bring me $100 of it. And then you got other pastors get up and say, I'll give 1,000.
Right.
I was at one of them, man, said 5,000. Then another man said, I'm gonna give 50,000, but I'm gonna do it over a 6-month period.
Okay.
So people are always giving their opinion and don't know what's going on. And even in your church, if your pastor, just say, if your pastor got up and he knew that the church was going through financial difficulty, and y'all had a good program, you said, if you get 100 people to come to church, you're going to give away free wigs. Okay. So automatically, we advertising on the radio station on 105.1 and V105.9, and everybody coming running because Mona again away the way we wear wigs.
Right.
So people coming.
Okay.
He look out there and see it's 400 people in here. And our church is struggling already. And God put up on his heart to ask the people what they give. And he said, I would like all of y'all to bring me $20.
Right.
What's the difference? And he said, Ursula, hold on a minute. No walking. Nobody leave right now. Don't walk right now. Close the doors. Everybody close the doors. Nobody leave right now.
Well, see, my thing about that, I didn't hear him say what it was for. I didn't know what it was for.
It don't matter what it's for.
Well,
it don't matter. If either you don't give or you don't give.
I understand that.
Because the Bible says as you purpose in your heart to give.
I understand that.
The Bible says as you purpose in your heart to give.
They were at a convention.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's not your pastor. So my thing is, I need to know what it's for.
Well, don't give. But I think he said it at the beginning. Mom.
Okay. I probably missed it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. No. I wasn't talking about Mr. Sapp.
You were talking at the beginning.
I kind of like Mr. Sapp because of the simple fact he don't let naysayers get to him as far as what he's trying to do in life. You know, he's going to make a little album.
Listen.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
They understand the cost that's involved.
Okay.
So he's telling folks, you got to understand it's a cost that comes with this.
My thing is he could have been like, dude that was taking that money and buying him some jets and stuff.
It don't matter. That God gonna deal with them folks.
Yeah, he is, but he didn't get my $20.
Lead, and they understand.
I ain't saying Marvin wouldn't.
Well, it don't matter.
I'm just saying that pastor that bought that jet.
That ain't none of your business, Mona. God will take care of that man. Give that man, give it to him. The more you give, God gonna give it back to you. It's the law of reciprocity. That could be why you broke. My goodness. I just said this yesterday. So where you want to go. So where you want to go.
I understand.
Okay, let's go. Since we got to go back to Bible class. Let's do the Bible, Mona. Let's do the Bible. Okay, let's do the Bible. Okay?
Okay.
Be not dismayed. Be not marked. God is not, be not what? Food. God is not what? He ain't crazy.
No,
he know what he doing. Okay?
Okay.
Whatever a man sow it, he gonna reap.
Okay.
Okay, so you got to make it real simple. Because that's what the Bible said. All right?
Okay.
It don't tell you. It say, be not what? You ever
Which
heard?
part?
God is not what?
I know, he ain't crazy.
Hey, God don't miss nothing. And whatever man what?
Reap.
Sow it. He shall what?
You reap what you sow.
So, what that means? I want you to help me out. Tell me what that means now. Help me out.
I mean, if you put in, you're going to be able to receive. If you give, you're going to be able to receive.
Okay, so let's go back to it again. Like I said, be not deceived.
Okay.
God ain't no fool. God is not mocked.
Okay.
God know if that man, what that man is doing with that money. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Okay, but that's just like the people on the street that ask you for money, right?
Hold on a minute. Watch this, Mona.
Okay.
Here's the catch behind that. You gave that $20.
Okay.
It's 3 things you know about a seed. You ought to know this by heart by now, because I say it all the time. Whatever you sow, that's what you're going to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing you know, your harvest will always be bigger than what you sowed. So automatically, you gave that $20.
Right.
You know more than 20 coming back to you.
Okay.
But the key part is you got to get part of being stingy. Oh my goodness. You got to get part. That's the hard part.
Not being stingy.
Yeah, you trying to make sure that you don't want to plant it on bad ground.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's just like the people, like I said, the people on the street. Because, like, I don't know, I get confused. But when people ask you for something and they say they're hungry, now if you tell them, "Hey, I'll come over here with me, I'm gonna buy you a sandwich," and they be like, "Nah, I just want the money." You know that they're not hungry.
No,
That's not what they want.
You said no, because it sound like to me I can't help you with your problem, because you sound like to me you have a problem, and I feed you.
Just
but
be
I
real
can't,
for what you want. If
I
you
can't
want a
help you
beer,
with
say
your
you
problem.
want a beer. Don't be like, "I'm hungry," and then when I try to give you a bologna sandwich,
But Mona,
you're
let
too
me tell you,
good for a bologna
this is
sandwich.
one scripture in the Bible that it bothers a lot of people, and it just baffled. It have you just baffled, because in Matthew, the 5th chapter, around about the 42nd verse, it says something about Jesus said, if a man asks you to borrow something, don't tell him no. He said, give it to him.
Right.
Like, what now? Give to the one who asks, and don't turn him away. Like, what?
So, do people do that? No.
Man, you read that thing, you were like, what now? I'm going to pull that up because I had to read it exactly what it said, Mona.
So that's saying that if I ask to borrow your Tesla, you should let me borrow it.
It says, give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow it from you.
Okay. So that goes back to me asking to borrow the Tesla.
Help those in need. You ain't in need.
Maybe I need to drive a Tesla.
You can drive, just charge it up. Just charge it up, buddy. You can drive it. It ain't no problem with that.
But I was just giving an example.
A good example, but you got also God tell me I had to be a good steward over what he blessed me with.
Okay.
And so that's one of those scriptures that can become very controversial. Because when you read it, and people that want to know, I'm telling you, it's Matthew 5:42.
Okay.
And you look at it and you're like, oh my. But I can challenge anyone. God's word would not change, and he would not go against himself. And if he tell you that you're going to reap what you sow, you're going to reap what you sow. If he tell you that you're going to get back more than what you reap, you're going to harvest going to be bigger. You just got to be able to trust him. And that's that faith to walk. And it's hard for us. I'm telling you, Mona, when you was in the hospital, it's easy for you to say, God, heal my body.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard for you to get that money. Oh my goodness. Everybody had to tell the truth. Be like, Lord, heal me. I know you're going to do it. But the bar's the first. Lord, I just ain't going to be able to give it to him. I just can't. Isn't that amazing? I'm telling you, man. But we don't think about that. No, we don't look at it like that, man. So I just think everybody need to, like the Bible says, as you purpose in your heart. I don't think people need to look at that thing and say, you know what? God has been good to me. God will handle everything. And if he's trying to be foolish, that's between him and God. God will handle it. He may get by, but he won't get away.
And see, that's how I felt about the people on the street, because sometimes I'd be probably down to my last $2, and I give them my last $2, and I'd be like, okay, if they lying to me, God gonna.
Hey, that's what I told the guy in and matter of fact, I never forget this. In Memphis, there was a homeless guy on the street, and he's so used to people not being genuinely concerned. To we got out the car, we was walking down the street. Hey, I said, "What's up, brother?" He said, "Don't worry about it." Oh my goodness. He's like, "Don't worry about it," because I know you don't care
people
anyway.
have been treating them like dirt and stuff like that. I mean, you know how people are,
Yeah,
thinking they
he's like-
better than everybody else, and then they walk past these people who don't have nothing.
Man,
At least you could do is be kind to them. You know what I'm saying?
When he hit me with that, "Don't worry about it," boy, we fell out
I
laughing.
bet.
Because he was like, "You
Don't
ain't
worry.
you ain't concerned anyway. Why you playing with me?"
I can see the facial expression.
I laughed so hard. I said, "Bro, you told us, didn't you?" Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, said it without a pause.
But like you said, he's so used to people not caring.
Yeah, people don't care. People really don't care. We're living in a selfish time, and you can tell. You can tell. It's sad. It's very sad. And
Well-
I'm gonna tell you something. Really, and I looked at, funerals they hit different when it's somebody that you know
Mhm.
or somebody you're close to, and you look at stuff different. To watch Tamika with the people that she know
Mhm.
and see the response from the people that she knows, I was like convinced I'm on to something. You look the same old way. You look the same way. Listen. Tamika, I hope you're listening, because some folks say they were counting the people.
No.
Yeah, trying to see according to the relationships
Yeah.
that they know.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
But
No, I don't know what you're saying. What you saying?
you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying. Say what you're saying. How did it help you?
The people that she has helped, that I know for a fact that she helped, you know what I'm saying, wasn't there for her. So yeah, I mean, I learned that when I went to the hospital. But for
No.
losing somebody,
Mona, let me tell you about that hospital visit, Joe. Boy, that was so funny to me. Woo, but I was so glad you had to have your own eye-opening experience your second time around. Because the first time around, you said you had it. You said, when I went and I was on my back, you had it down pat.
Mhm.
But then you thought, you just thought again that, oh, no. But boy, when you was on your back for 2 weeks. Okay, then.
Yep.
I'm telling
They
y'all,
come to light.
we living in a selfish time. And what did we start off with? God has allowed the devil, because he asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm in the Shoals area. I'm in Dothan, Alabama. I'm all over the United States. I'm all
Everywhere.
over the world, seeking whom I can devour."
Mm.
And I was like,
But yeah, he'll do it.
"Hey, Mona, I know you." Listen, I was just outdone, man. I was like, man.
Because somebody asked me, and I was like, not what I expected. The outcome. It wasn't what I expected.
Mona. Oh my. When my grandmother died, I was pastoring. And I already knew you had to, certain people will support you only when it's beneficial for them.
Well, I guess so. I guess that's what people do. Like you said, we living in selfish
Selfish people.
times.
Selfish time. So you might as well do what you're gonna do for people, because that's what you want to do. Now, when you get that philosophy, you're gonna be better off, because you can't count on folks. I was so glad to see you.
So you didn't think I was gonna come?
No, I ain't think you're gonna make it. You're gonna come up with an
Really?
excuse. You're gonna come up with an excuse.
You know what?
The dog ate your homework.
No,
the dog
listen.
ate your homework. I'm like, Mona, you ain't even in the school. But dog
I
ate my
left choir practice to come to church, to come to that funeral.
Well, I'm glad you came, because I mean, this just
I wasn't gonna miss that.
these just conversations, and I think that's a topic that we need to talk about. If you really, really, why? And I want to talk about this tomorrow, Mona, if I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big if. Go ahead.
I want to ask the question:
Okay.
why do people call people friends?
Mm.
when you know you don't meet the category or the characteristics to check off as a real friend.
I've heard a lot of people be like, well, I ain't gonna come because there's gonna be so many people there and she ain't gonna know I'm there. But for that person to look up and see your face is enough.
Listen,
Because you showed up.
listen, Lisa. One thing for sure. As a pastor, I can stand up there and I recognize everybody in that church. We had people yesterday that came from out of town.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking
a
about
lot of people.
not kin to her, but she had some friends, some people that were friends
I met some
that
of them, yeah.
drove 5 hours just for you to see my face
Just for you to see their face.
and turned around and drove back.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And
So
that-
you got to tell me now.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't even have to interact with that person. But like I said, just for that person to look up and see, oh, they showed up for me. That's enough.
Well, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Now.
Okay,
We're
we'll
gonna
talk about
that.
it.
I'm ready to go. Look, I'm looking like my grandma now. I'm ready to go. I'm frowned up and
You
everything.
ready to go?
I'm hungry.
Oh, man.
Man, I am hungry. And then I've been gone for so long, Mona. I have
Yeah,
to do
people
some...
have forgot how you look.
Well, no, they can't forget that now. Can't forget that now. I have a lot of work to do. And then I'm in revival on Wednesday and Thursday in Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
So for those of you that's listening to us in Mississippi, join us in Greenwood, Mississippi on Wednesday night and Thursday. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. Going back home. Going to be at the house for a couple of days. And it's going to be great.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good
So
thing.
y'all listen, tomorrow we're going to talk about why do people call people friend when they know they don't check off the box
Mhm.
of the characteristics of a friend.
That's going to get deep. Because there's going to be something to talk about. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Man, that is horrible.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well, Mona, we have a TikTok going off. And letting
That's
us
what
know.
that is?
Yeah,
Okay.
man, that's TikTok. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a good conversation.
It most definitely is.
And I said this yesterday at the funeral. If people don't show up for you in good times, you know you can't count on them in bad times.
No. So you know what to expect.
I never understood the song "It's My Party." I cry if I want to, and you growing up, you heard the song. I didn't understand that, but have a birthday party
and nobody showed up,
and no one shows up. That is something else. But it would hit different if you hadn't done nothing for nobody. But when you done sacrifice yourself, your family, your time, your money, and your energy, and no one shows up.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's really bad.
That's just like a past anniversary. When your pastor has his anniversary,
nobody show
and
up.
the church members don't show up.
That is.
You had to invite a church with a lot of members and let their pastor preach to make it look like you got somebody in the church. That is hurtful.
That is bad.
Because the whole year, you calling on the pastor. You needing the pastor. But don't nobody talk about that. And then tell about you love somebody.
Well, we talk about it.
Yeah, we do. Everybody, they be waiting on us to talk about it.
I know.
But listen, I want everybody to do their homework because I didn't get into Trump because I didn't want Mona to be just sitting here. So
I know that's real.
I want her to look at the act of 1930 where Trump is trying to get all of these he's trying to do an executive order that would give him power. And I'm gonna let you look at it so you have a general idea of what we're talking about. Because I said from now on, I want him to let you sit up here and be looking like I have no idea what he talking about.
Or I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. So I didn't have a chance to go over with you. But we'll talk about it tomorrow. But hey, you guys, make sure you mark your calendar. And I want to put this out August the 29th. August 29th is a definite date. August the 29th, we have the one and only Pastor Jamal Bryant will be here in Florence.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's
August
August
29th
29th.
at the Marriott. Well, it's not the Marriott now. What is it called? The Renaissance. At the Renaissance
Resort and Spa.
Resort and Spa. Tickets, it will be a banquet. So tickets will go on sale for the banquet soon. So we have a lot of events going on from April, May, June, and August. And we probably going to have some in July. So again, a lot of events going on, but mark your calendar, tell your pastors. We want all the churches here to represent and purchase a table. But Jamal Bryant will be here. Okay. We changed the date, moved it to August. He'll be here August the 29th. It will be at the Marriott, formerly known as the Marriott. It will be at the Renaissance. Okay. And don't forget, we have on April the 13th.
Yes, Jeter Jones.
Jeter Jones will be here. So go and get your tickets, man. If you don't have your tickets, we need you to go and get your tickets now.
Go to www.knoxmediagroupinc.org.
In the meantime, in between time, we thank y'all for tuning in to the one and only Lunchtime Hour with the old school preacher.
And the choir president.
And the church secretary, you know, she out doing her thing. But
handling business.
Hey, you know what they say? If you can beat us rocking, you can have our chair. We'll pack our stuff. We still finna get out of here. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be blessed now. You hear?
Bye.
You're listening to WWTV, St. Joseph, Tennessee, W282 105.1 FM, Alabama, and WAR 700. You're listening to WMXV, St. Joseph, Tennessee, W286 TV, 105.1 FM, Florence, Alabama, and WARB 700 AM, W290 DG, 105.9 Dothan, Alabama.
I'm Doug Davis with 4 things you should know with BIN News. Members of the California Legislative Black Caucus announced a new reparations package that includes special preference and college admissions for the descendants of enslaved Africans who lived in California. The package follows President Trump.
It is the DL Hughley Show, your 2025
connection.
Well, big doings. Today is the last day of Women's History Month.
Big doings.
Thank goodness.
Wait, hold on. I thought we agreed that we were going to keep this thing going.
But we have to officially wrap it up, and we can keep it rolling after. It's the after party.
But the thing is, I'm nervous when you guys say wrap it up. You'll never unwrap it again.
Well, I know. I was saying wrap it up would make you nervous. Listen up.
You always got to
listen up. If you are going to be in Denver, Colorado, I'm going to be there this Friday and Saturday. And I'm always excited to go to Denver because I know, the mayor, ex-mayor Michael Hancock was the very first time I went to Denver. He brought me there. And I remember seeing a video of him when he was a kid, and his a great show lined up for you. We're gonna have 90 seconds of 90s hits with DJ Lucci. I'll have a little note from the GD section and the Jazz Report. That's all coming up next on the DL Hughley Show. Right now, here's Maxwell. It is the DL Hughley Show.